May it indeed have to do with the interactive relation of wisdom and the celestial world? Or perhaps the passionately desired answer lies only within numbers and equations? Briefly, is cosmogony cosmography? This study is devoted to addressing this question. In our era, a large segment of the scientific community believes that at the beginning of the cosmos, there was nothing. Neither space nor time, not even a vacuum, since there was no space to be filled. Through that indescribable infinite absence, within an infinitesimal elementary particle, which would require an enormous microscope to perceive it, according to this theory, a universe unexpectedly emerged. This infinitesimal universe enclosed within it the totality of forces which are demanded by the universe as it is today. Up until the moment of explosion, in that inner chaos which prevailed, that infinitesimal universe was infinitely hot and infinitely dense, beyond any known law of nature and of the cosmos. The dimensions of space and time were separated and complicated by discontinuities. There was no matter, no gravity, no electromagnetism, only a bundle of pure energy. Within an infinitesimal fracture of a second, the universe acquired the necessary frigidity to separate gravity from the remaining energy. With the manifestation of gravity, the rhythm of expansion decelerated. The first pairs of particles began to form in unprecedented physical conditions. Segments of matter are created in diverse sizes and collide among themselves, causing new conditions of energy. In a very short time, the expansion of space caused an abrupt freezing, and in this differentiated environment, gravity was reversed, and instead of decelerating the expansion, it accelerated it. That entire world of antithesis swelled from subatomic proportions to the size of an orange. New particles were ejected from within that new condition. They grew and degenerated into other particles. Atoms. At that point, man's mind stops. Even before the universe had acquired the age of 1 second, it had grown to the size of our solar system. Beyond any known concept of speed, beyond any form of scientific logic, beyond the human intellect's power of conception to create, even abstractly, an evolutionary schema. This universe of 1 second's duration was denser than water, hotter than a star's core. The fiery matter of this primordial universe was transformed with incredible speed into known forms of matter and energy, which developed into models for the creation of stars and galaxies. This, of course, would require much time. The rapid initial development gradually decelerated in the course of time, and the cosmic furnace continuously lost heat as it expanded. With the passage of time, the light emitted by the universe slowly diminished, becoming a reddish glow, and finally extinguishing. One billion years after the cosmic birth, darkness now ceased to exist. In the centers of the hydrogen clouds, new clusters of stars were born, which revolved slowly. That marked the beginning of the birth of galaxies in a preliminary phase till their definitive development, which occurred after many thousands of years, thus forming the heavenly dome that we see today. The first notion of a beginning of the cosmos was put forward by the Belgian priest Georges Lemaitre. Lemaitre impressed cosmologists in 1927 with his revolutionary proposition that an infinitely hot and infinitely dense primordial atom exploded due to unrepeatable cause and created the universe. The Vatican decorated Lemaitre for his pioneering idea because it justified the biblical account of creation as described by Moses in Genesis. Of course, it should be noted that Lemaitre had copied the idea of a probable beginning of the world from a central point in the universe from the ancient Greek philosopher Philolaus, who had promulgated it in a personal study in the 5th century BC. It occurred to me that the questions which arise concerning such a beginning are not only scientific, they are also sociological, religious, and existential questions. If there is a beginning and ultimately an end to the world, if the meaning of every life form is reduced to a now and has, before its beginning and after its end, a continuous death, for what reason, I wonder, does the universe, nature, you and I exist?
People will not exist, nor stars or planets, for everything will have become ashes, nor will space and time continue to exist.
Why is there law? Why is there justice? Why is there morality or immorality? Is a concept, a situation, or a fact real or unreal when at the end of its manifestation in this world, it is condemned to vanish? In May of 1994, at the Academy of Athens, there was an international conference of astrophysicists on the subject of chaos theory. The principal issue under discussion was a comparison of chaos theory with ongoing recent observations.
We found, and that is a long time ago,
Rostboul makes possible various strong observations about chaos theory in real galaxies. The contemporary evolved science of quantum physics, which concerns itself with the development of chaos theory, is still in an infant stage. However, the most recent results of the observations of scientists working in chaos theory demonstrate that the developed Big Bang theory will not be able to stand on its feet if it is not justified by general chaos theory. This will be difficult, or perhaps impossible.
As you were seeing from this list, even if I cover one possible source of dynamical evolution, I would be in trouble in making claims in general about the dynamical evolution of galaxies, because this is in competition and with other effects, and maybe can be of all the internal collisionalities, definitely.
The models we used for our galaxy in the past are invalid today. And of course, nothing stops us from nullifying today's models in the future. How is it possible for the Big Bang model to remain constant when the models of the galaxies and the cosmic systems are continually changing?